Something's wrong with my music. Goofy thing. Hope we're broadcasting because something went wrong. Maybe they blocked me. We might not have more music this morning, Air.
Maybe we'll just sing a little tune.
We might have to. I don't know what's going on. Well, I know we're live.
Good morning. Good morning.
I know we're live because you and I are talking to each other.
Right.
So let's try a different song. Maybe Motley Crue doesn't want to work this morning. Nope. It says, please turn offline mode and try again.
Have you been fooling with shit again?
No, I haven't. That's the shitty part of this. I really have no idea what went wrong. Let me quit.
Drink up, Paige.
Have a booze. Have a boozer. Let's see here. Let's try it this way.
We start this hump day off right.
You know. Damn thing.
I mean,
it's hard to complain. Let's see here. It won't even.
Is it out of 5 spay or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second. Talk for a second. I can't talk and type at the same time.
What about talk for a second? Okay. What am I? Well, I don't know what to talk about. You put me on the spot and I'm supposed to just sit here and just rattle on about something. Yeah, well, I don't have that brain. You do. You are the bullshitter. I call you out on your bullshit. Okay. That was actually a conversation that was had in chat already this morning.
I know. I participated.
Well, kinda.
I did. I accepted my role in it. That's participating. All right. One more try here. I logged out, logged back in. I should play some Sunday Best just because that's what's on top, but I'm not going to. Oh, boy. This is... we're getting a damn song one way or another. If I have to play one of my own, we're getting a damn song.
Or another.
Yeah, no, we ain't going to do any Nashville pussy. That's bad news for the morning. We should.
It's kind of just stuff. Bad news.
Oh,
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. They have good music.
Okay.
Beautiful songs like The Bitch Just Kicked Me Out.
Yeah, beautiful. Loving.
Well, here's the
loving,
song I tried
sentiment.
to play. Let's see if it works. Hey, it's working. Woo!
You ever seem to have those days when everyone's on your case from your teacher all the way down to your best girlfriend? Well, you know, I used to have just about all the time, but I found a way to get out of it. Let me tell you about it. I'm sitting in a classroom thinking it's a drag. Listening to the teacher rap just in my bag. By the 2 bells ring, you know it's my cue. I'm gonna meet the boys on floor number 2, smoking in the bar.
Nope, we're not going to do a double shot. Not doing it. Not doing it. It was going to keep playing
Not
because I was
doing
busy
it.
making fun of Jen and I couldn't get back to shut my music off.
You were making fun of me?
Yeah, didn't you notice?
No.
Well, it's because you're not looking at the video. You're doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, probably.
Actually, I can't see you.
No, really?
I can't see you.
Why?
I don't know. I found a way to get rid of you.
Yeah, well, I guess you missed the joke then.
I guess so. No, now I miss you.
No, too bad. Good morning, WBAM. That was a hell of a start, right? Instead of a nice rock and roll song, you got to hear me and Jen fumbling around. Mostly me.
What? No, I did my share of fumbling too.
Well, only because I put you on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
you have
saying
to be
it's
ready
not
for
your
that.
fault.
You have to
I'm
be
not
ready
saying
for
it's
those
not
things.
your fault. It's always your fault. But I was fumbling.
You were.
And
I'm going to send
I'm
a
not,
selfie so I can make fun of you in chat too. Because that's what I do. I make fun of people. Especially the ones I care about. Not that I care about your opinion. Yes,
isn't that strange the way that works?
It is.
The more you like someone, the more you roast them.
The only issue is I don't have any hair to hold for my sunglasses to hold back.
I hate you.
So Jen couldn't find her headband this morning. So she put on a pair of sunglasses to hold her hair back. So she looks really cool this morning with her regular glasses and then her sunglasses on top. So
no, my Mr. Magoo reading glasses. Because I can't see shit without them.
I can't see shit without my glasses either.
But I've gotten so used to them, like the way I look in them, like my Mr. Magoo eyes actually look normal. And when I take them off, like my eyes look so tiny, itty bitty, like little rat eyes. I hate it. So now I just kind of prefer the look with the great big googly eyes.
I was going to do a countdown to how long it took Tisha to say I needed to trim my beard, but we were busy talking. And sure as shit, right there she is. Oh, God, you need to shave.
No, I like him better scruffy.
Well, it ain't going anywhere. She's only
just because you're too
more.
lazy to do it.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I know.
I'm okay with the results. It makes my face look old and fat, but
my niece posts. Well, she shared a thing this morning on Facebook, and I thought, she's definitely related to me. She says, I want so bad to be a girly girl. She said, but the Adam Sandler in me just won't die.
Yeah, it's true.
And I thought, is there anything?
But
there's nothing that really kind of sums me up.
I don't see that stuff as ungirly. There's still a girly version of being funny.
Really, fart jokes.
Okay, well,
they're not particularly girly.
Sandler doesn't do a lot of fart jokes, though. His humor is not subtle, but is slightly more subtle than that. Just slightly. And we're just fine-tuning the knob right now. But it is still different. There's cooters in there. What? There's cooters. What the fuck is a cooter? Like cooties? Is that what it's
I'm assuming her cooters are not the same as my cooters.
No, I'm assuming. I think she might have meant cooties.
I don't think you're hiding any vaginas in the beard.
Well, maybe I ain't gonna go there.
Face fucked.
Oh God, could you imagine public hair that looked like that nasty shit?
Get those damn sunglasses off your head.
Why? I thought it was the theme for the day. Morning, Paige. Looking good this morning. Over here at Circle K. Something is afoot at the Circle K. Yeah, she's very adorable. Sweet as pie, too, most of the time. Till she calls us bullshitters.
Well, you are.
How dare she speak the truth? Hey, I got something new. You want to hear it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little
probably
scared
not,
when you say that.
I know.
But okay, what? So tell me.
Well, I can't tell you. I have to just play it, but I got to find it first. Because that's what I do.
Are we going to have more technical difficulties?
Probably. Here it is.
This is Morning Bull with Bonnie Johnson and Jen.
Okay, Taro. Whenever you can spare the time.
Only on WBAM Radio.
Mr. Sethi Spice sent us
Awesome.
that little bumper for Morning Bull. I'll use that. What I'll do is upload those to the loop. He sent me 3 of them. 2 or 3.
Sweet.
Well, I didn't want his
That's very
efforts to
nice.
go
That's very
without
nice of him.
rewards, so we'll play him live on the radio. But I can't find his show. Yeah.
I thought didn't Steve send a couple too?
Steve who? Ben's?
Ben's.
Possibly. I don't know if he did. He did
I
WBAM
don't know.
ones, but I don't think he did Morning Bull. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think he did. Seems like I remember hearing him. I don't remember where I heard him or where I saw them, but
Well, if you saw Sethi's were in WBAM email, so you may have seen those there, and he called them Morning Bull bumpers. So you may be misremembering.
no,
No.
I'm not. You're accusing me of being wrong.
No, I said misremembered.
That's
Again,
the same
we're
as
just
being,
we're
that's the same
tweaking
as
the
being
subtle
wrong.
knob just a little bit there, the fine tuning knob. Not wrong, because there were
You're
bumpers in
accusing
WBAM email. They just weren't from Steve.
I will find it and I will prove you wrong.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're misremembering.
Me, never. I just don't remember it all. There's no miss. There's no miss needed.
Well, I started to say, I'm actually kind of surprised that you even remembered there being anything in there.
Well, I was looking for his show this morning. I was trying to get everything uploaded before I started Morning Bull, but it didn't work out. So, yeah, I was messing with shit, and I probably did screw up my music, so.
Yep. There you go. Truth comes out.
I was trying to get things done, trying to be efficient because I'm busy today. Not really. I'll get it done later. I'll have later to do it. I'm busy this morning. How about that?
I have to go to the Walmarts.
Ooh. See, we have a little store named Respecs, and I will pay double for my groceries at Respecs before I'll fucking go to Walmart. It's not double there, but it's definitely more expensive.
Well, I'm not getting groceries.
Oh.
I found this little gem.
I don't want to know what you're getting then. I don't want to hear about it. Your feminine hygiene products, you can keep that shit to yourself. I don't.
No, I don't need feminine. I don't need feminine hygiene products.
Oh, okay.
I had all that stuff taped.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe you're just gross. You just don't wash.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I don't. So anyway, quit making fun of me.
Okay, I'll stop for 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Go.
Okay, so I found this little gem at my mom's, and it's like, for real, this little machine. It's just a steamer, and I always knew she had it, and I actually knew that she bought it. It was one of the things that she bought, and she stuffed away down in her basement and said, "Don't tell Dad about this." And it was never used, had never been opened, and I knew it was there all along. I just had to unearth it. So I found it, and I brought it home, and I thought, okay, I'm going to steam clean my cooktop, because it was bad. It's bad. Like 8 years of baked on grease kind of stuff. So I've spent 2 days doing that. And it looks pretty decent. I mean, for a 1970 something Gen Air cooktop, it looks pretty decent. And
it's ceramic top?
No. Stainless.
Stainless? Oh, so it's old school.
Yes, it's old. It's every bit
of
the 1970s.
No, those are cool, man. We have one out at the cabin, and I fucking love it. I think they're nice.
I mean, I like it.
They're
I like
attractive.
the Gen Air because they're truly vented. Like truly, you can turn the little vent on, and it's like vented to the outside. I mean, I guess you can do that with any kind of range hood or anything like that, but most people don't. They just put them up there for looks. They're not really. They don't really serve a purpose.
Yeah, ours is vented.
So Anyway, this is not about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go to the Walmarts because I'm going to buy new
The
drip
Walmarts.
bowls.
I'm sorry. You have to buy what?
Drip bowls.
Drip bowls. Oh,
Why are you making fun of me for saying the Walmarts?
Yes,
Because I say
plural.
I say that on purpose.
Yeah, I know, but it's still funny. Morning, Tisha. Tisha got to brush her
No.
hair for us this morning. She must like us. She must really like us.
I really like her. I can't wait. I can't wait to like truly see her in the morning.
It's going to happen.
I know. I'm
Not much
gonna go
longer.
in there bright and early. I'm gonna jump on her bed
Poor Pat.
naked.
Poor Pat. He won't even move. He'll just lay there. Let you. That's my impression. He'd be like,
Naked.
yeah, come on in. Brown chicken, brown cow. Poor Pud. Poor Puddin'. We're picking on poor Puddin' again.
She said purdy.
She can handle it. She gives as well as she gets.
Purdy pudding.
So, just drip pans at the Walmarts.
Well, I mean that's the big that's the big purchase.
Mm.
That's the intention. That's the intention of the trip. I mean, there will be other purchases made, but that's why.
Do
I'm
those
going.
take the universal ones, or
Yeah,
do you
they.
gotta
I
get
mean,
specific ones for it?
they're specific, but I mean they're pretty general.
So when you're saying you got to clean it, you lifted the range hood, and it's the underneath where all that shit always ends up.
Everything. Yeah,
The up underside and
everything.
the down underside.
Other than it looking like it's from the 1960s or 1970s,
Mhm.
it's new.
Yeah, they're not. Listen, I like those. I prefer those to the glass top ones.
Well, I
don't like
mean,
our glass. We've had 2 glass ranges back to back, and I don't like them.
it works perfect, and I mean, I love it for that. I don't know. I just kind of want something that's a little more updated that will match the
Mhm.
rest. I don't even mean the rest of my kitchen because my kitchen is not updated. It looks like it's from the 1980s. Well,
Mhm.
because it is from the 1980s. But even still yet, I mean, I have like a stainless refrigerator and all that jazz. But that
I don't
the
update
cooktop,
it because maybe Stranger Things will call and they'll need a place to film a kitchen scene. Because it's all from the 80s. So
like another Brady Bunch remake or something.
yeah, the Stranger Things does it. They do everything from the 80s.
Oh, the actual show, Stranger
Mhm.
Things.
Yeah.
I've never watched it. I've heard about it, but I've never watched
No,
it.
it's good. It's cute.
But I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV.
It
I don't
has
watch
to be pretty
movies.
good to rope me in. I don't like getting into series just because I don't want to commit that long. Like I watch documentaries and movies and things like that, but I don't like getting committed to a series because then I get hooked, and it wastes a
Well,
lot
I
of
do
time.
too. That's kind of me. I'm like, I sometimes I just want, that's what I want to do. I want to take my time and I just want to veg in front of the TV and I'll get into a series and binge watch for, I don't know,
My
a week
issue
or
is
so.
I get so tied into them and then they end, and then I'm like, ugh. There's
Now
no more.
what do I do with my
There's no more.
life?
There's no more. What do I do? This is bullshit. So,
Right.
but TV shows, I don't know if this is a real thing or if this is just my impression of it, but it seems like they go a lot longer than they should nowadays.
Yes, and they run out of storyline and they just make crazy stuff up and it becomes
And
uninteresting.
I don't want to shit on this series because I love it, but the Trailer Park Boys is like that. It went too long. They tried to go generation to generation. It's just awful. And I love that show. That was one of my favorite shows ever. I fucking loved it. But
I won't say that I loved it. I watched a few episodes with
Mhm.
Trent.
You're not a boy.
I don't, well,
It's boy
I
humor.
don't dislike it. But, I mean, Trent, I said something the other day about, I said, I'm a dude. I am a dude. He said, Mom, you definitely have some dude-like qualities.
But you're not a dude.
Okay. Coming from my son, I'll take that as a compliment.
It is. There's nothing wrong with crossing over. You know, like me moisturizing my feet. It's a little chick-like quality, but I do it. I don't want my foots to fall off. That's
When we
bad.
talked about your moisturizing habits, we weren't talking about your feet, though.
What were we talking about? I do my elbows too, and my knees, because they
you
get
weren't
really
talking about
dry.
your face and your head.
Oh yeah, I do that too because it gets itchy. My forehead gets itchy when during the winter.
I mean,
for dry skin.
you're an all over moisturizing.
Oh, I do, but I
guy.
concentrate on certain spots. But yeah, I do all over.
I bet you do.
When I get out of the shower, I slip on my drawers and I go sit on the bed, on the side of the bed, and I grab my CeraVe, whatever the hell it is. I don't even know. It's whatever one Bailey let me use of hers. I just stick my hand down there and I grab it and I slop it on like hog slop, and good enough. Down the road I go. I actually go skating across the floor. So I had to learn. to bring my socks with me, to put my socks on so I don't fucking kill myself when I get up. Because all our floors are that fake wood shit.
I'd pay good money to
Oh my God, it's slippery as fuck, dude.
Just put some pants on first. I don't want to see you in your skivvies.
It ain't much to look at either way. There's not much difference. Look like skin-colored pants. That's about it. There is nothing impressive going on.
Are you trying to tell me do you wear leggings?
No. That would be hot though. But no, I don't. I could pull it off. I have great legs. They don't match my upper body, but I inherited my mom's legs. Her ankles. I got skinny fucking ankles. I can't even tell you. I cannot count on both hands.
I did not.
How many times I've rolled my ankles over the years because they just are not made to hold my fat ass up. They're just not.
It's feminine. It's feminine.
To steal my future brother-in-law's analogy, I look like an hors d'oeuvre with two toothpicks sticking out the bottom. So,
well,
if I was green, I'd be an olive.
I did not get my mother's great legs. My mom had great legs. My sister has great legs. I didn't get them. I don't know what I got. I got, I don't know, clubs of some sort. I don't know. They're just not, they're not pretty legs.
Yeah. Clubs.
Even, I mean, I'm heavy now.
Who
I'm
you
overweight now.
them?
But even when I'm not overweight though, my legs and my lower body is still heavy.
Yeah.
It's just the way I'm made.
Everybody different.
So
I'm the polar opposite. I'm all
well, I think that's pretty common in men.
Broad-shouldered and thick up top, and then tiny little legs. They're fucking terrible looking. Terrible.
Terrible.
For some reason, I like to show them off in chat. I know.
You do.
Of course I do. I do it because I like to make people laugh. That's my favorite thing in the world. And even if it is at my own expense. Usually, especially if it's at my own expense.
They're not bad legs. You don't have bad legs. I mean, I've seen some dudes with some bad legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That have like really skinny. Okay, my boys have bad legs. Their thighs and their calves are the same. They're the same. They just have literal sticks. Yes.
Wow, that's impressive.
They're the same size from the calves from the thighs down. It's just stick.
It's like cartoon legs.
Yes. There's very, very little definition. And I mean, both of them are lazy as fuck. So they won't like go work them out or anything like that. And actually Trent won't work out at all. But Cameron was into fitness for a while, but it was very obvious that the boy skipped leg day.
Yeah. That's the problem with legs. They're hard to work out because they get sore, and then you got to walk around on them fuckers, and there's no getting away from that. You can't. You can you take it easy on your abs. You can take it easy on your arms. You can't take it easy on your legs after leg day.
Well, you can.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you lay in bed and do nothing.
Yeah.
Even then. I only know because I used to run. I've never lifted. It's not my thing. I worked out for like a month with my brother one time. He gets obsessive. You know, it's
You
just
used to run.
I was a distance runner in high school. Yeah, a pretty good one. At that.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Because we were country kids. That's what we did. Our closest neighbor that had kids
I
was
think
like
I'm
3
going to go out
miles
and do
away.
something for.
Yeah,
What do you
we would
wanna
just
go out
jog
and do
over to
for
their
fun?
house. Yeah,
Let's run.
we would. We'd run up the hills. It's all fucking hills
It's
down
fun. That sounds like so much fun.
there. I mean, in hindsight, yeah. That's why I don't run it. Actually, I did. I tried to run as an adult, but it it ended in epic failure. But whatever. That's another story for another time.
How long has it been since you rode a bicycle?
Since Alex was a child, probably 10 years old. He's 33 now, or will be 33. So around 2000, I guess.
How did that go even then?
Yeah, it was fine.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you. Okay. You want the whole story? So I bought this
What?
bike because I wanted to lose weight. I was about 310 pounds and I wanted to lose a little bit of weight. So instead of driving 5 miles to work, I decided I was going to bike 5 miles to
You
work.
should have run.
I could have. I should have. But I thought I would get there faster. And I didn't want to have to get up too early because it was fucking ridiculous anyway because I worked at 5 in the morning. So it was early. So I buy this bike at Walmart, which was my first mistake. My second mistake was letting myself get 310 pounds. So that day one, I ride this thing. I made it all the way from New Philadelphia to Dover. Rode into work. I was fucking exhausted. But I'm like, I don't want to, my job's not all that hard. I was a research and development tech at the time. I was working for an engineering firm. So I just ran a machine. So I just had to stand there, basically, and monitor things. And do some measuring, just dumb stuff like that. But anyhow, it's like almost all uphill on the way to work. On the way back, it was almost all downhill. So it felt okay, but I'm like,
Funny how that works.
I was like, something's wrong with this bike. So I get home and here, when I was pedaling, standing up to go up the hill, I fucking bent the pedals. They wobbled the holes out in the pedal things. They were egg-shaped. So they were going on the way home. I was like, what the fuck? It was because I was so fucking fat when I stood up on them trying to pedal uphill. So the bike lasted like not even a week. The pedals ended up falling out. And you can't take it back for that. I don't like returning shit anyway, but yeah, they were gone. Destroyed. And then I bought like this aftermarket like crank thing for it, and I never did get it back together. So that was the end of my bicycling career. It's sad.
Lance Armstrong, you are not.
No. My nuts are better than his too. I have two.
I tried to ride a bike. I don't know, probably 5-6 years ago. I decided that I was going to climb on my niece's bike, and I thought, everybody says it's easy as riding, easy as riding a bike. I'm like, well, I mean, I rode bicycle a lot when I was a kid. This ought to,
You're pink huffy.
No, it does not work the same way. Like, I can't even steer the motherfucker. I'm like, I got that wheel going left and then it's going right. And then I'm overcorrecting and I'm tipping and it is not like you think it is. Folks, if you haven't ridden a bike in a while, go climb on your kid's bike. I'm telling you, it's not easy as riding a bike.
Well, it's been a lot of years. I don't know if I could do it. I'm a lot lighter now. I'm down to 255. So I'm a lot lighter than I was.
That has nothing to do with it.
So I could be able to pedal it, but I don't know if I could steer it anymore or not.
The balancing and the steering, I don't know. I've never actually driven a motorcycle, so I mean, I don't know about the balance about that. I don't know. I mean, I think doesn't it kind of balance you because of the speed?
Kind of, yeah. It's physics. I mean, you need some skills going slow more than you do at speed. It takes balance when you're going slow. A little bit of skill. Taking off, stopping, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Other than that, yeah. I mean, there's some techniques you learn. Counter steering. Like, it's kind of counterintuitive. When you're going right on a motorcycle, you actually turn the handlebars left. Not a lot, just a little, and it causes you to lean and go to the right. So there's some counterintuitive stuff.
Are you setting people up for a wreck?
No. I mean, don't be fucking whipping your handlebars completely left while you're going down the interstate. It's not going to work. But if you pay attention while you're on your motorcycle and you just lean, you'll notice that your handlebars go the opposite direction. It's real subtle. You are down, I'm assuming, one toe.
Right. You are down toe equilibrium for balance. You're right. You're right. When I try to ride it wants to lean a little to the right because I am missing that left toe. Mm-hmm. So thank you, Eric, for taking my.
Eric always chimes in with wisdom.
He does.
He is a wise man. Wise beyond his years. Wise ass. Same thing. Same difference. I actually prefer that one. Smart people scare me.
As do I.
They don't scare me as much as dumb people, but they do scare me. So when was the last time you tumbled a bike?
5-6 years ago.
Yeah? I haven't since I was a child. I haven't had I wrecked my motorcycle, but...
I went over... Bam.
Over the handlebars?
No, that would require me to actually have velocity.
Oh, so you were one of those stop, tilt, fall things.
That's the one.
Yeah. I see.
No, it was bad.
This was all the same experience.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Whose bicycle did you crash and scratch up?
It was my niece's.
The one that's like you that posted the...
Well, she's not like me. I can't say she's like me. She maybe has that quality, that whole dude quality, but she is not like me at all. She is the devil.
Yeah? Do tell. I'm interested.
Oh, she's just the devil. She's just a mean child. Very mean-spirited.
How old is she?
She's 17 now.
Oh. That's old enough to do damage when you're mean.
But she's been the devil since she was like 3. Just always just a mean child. I mean, I love her to pieces. Everybody just loves her to pieces, but you just don't want to be with her. Just go somewhere else.
Did you read what Tisha put in chat?
No.
She can't put stuff. She can't put stuff like that in chat and expect me not to comment on it. She put, I always got in trouble for scooting around on the back of the motorcycle. I can't sit still. It's because of the vibration on the seat. She's not scooting around. She's grinding on that thing. That's what she's doing. With a big old shit-eating grin on her face. I guarantee it. If I was beside them on my motorcycle, I could film it and you would see it. She probably has this big shit-eating grin on her. Her eyes are probably rolled back in her head and drool running outside. Tisha. She's doing a little pudding cycle.
You're bad. And it's not what you think it is.
What do you mean?
I mean, you think that us ladies are all, it's the vibration and we're grinding, and that's just not the case. When you're on the back of a motorcycle, I mean, I don't know if you've realized how skinny that seat is and how wide our ass is.
I've never done the math. You think that's not intentional?
It is not. It's not comfortable. And then, and you never know. You never know. The person who is the gentleman who is actually driving the motorcycle, they say, you just hold on to me really tight. And when I lean, you lean.
You're
And you're
supposed
like,
to.
is he just really trying to get me all up on him? Or like, you don't really
Well,
know.
I mean,
you don't trust.
it is
that.
just a bonus of the situation. But yes, you have to lean when they lean. You have to stay close. You keep the center of gravity as similar as possible.
I understand
Not that it
that,
matters.
but I don't think I need to be grinding my coochie all up on his back.
My first wife, she wouldn't even touch me when she wrote. She would just lean back against the thing and read a book. She never leaned. She never did none of that shit. She just laid back and read a book. I almost flopped it with her on her once. She never even flinched. She just sat there. I put these fancy dancy
kind of
grips. They were stainless grips with dice on the end of them.
Carry over from the bedroom.
I thought they were cool looking, but the problem is they were really slippery. So I was like, "Bark," and my fucking hand came off. Right through the gas station parking lot. Somehow I saved it. I don't know how I did it, but yeah, she never even flinched.
She trusted you.
Apparently. She was reading. She didn't trust me. She fucking wasn't paying attention.
She must have trusted you if she was reading.
Maybe.
If you're going to sit there and you're going to read a book and someone's got your life in their hands, you trust them.
Either that or you fucking can't stand them so much you want to die. Like, yeah, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die reading. Fuck this guy.
So is that what happened in the bedroom too? Did she just like lay there and read a book?
Mm-hmm, pretty much.
Pretty much. Oh,
pretty
that
much.
Sounds invigorating.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
As one could imagine. She's like, get them skinny legs off me. Nasty. Nasty.
Relate.
But yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Choking on my own jokes.
When I first met my husband, I had never been on a four-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised fairly urban, I guess. I mean, not like inner city or anything like that, but we didn't ride four-wheelers or anything. And when I first met him, he says, well, okay, we have, they have strip jobs down there, old abandoned ones where everybody rides four-wheelers. And he says, let's go for a ride. Well, I didn't realize what exactly a ride entailed. And I said, well, okay. Also, little did I know that they armor all their seats to protect them from the sun and such. So I climb on this four-wheeler and he takes me up this god-awful hill. It's called Harry's Corner. And I know nobody isn't going to know what Harry's Corner is, but Harry's Corner is straight up and it's all rocky and rutted out. And he takes me on that and I'm just clueless. I'm clueless. He said, just hang on to me. And, and I'm like, okay. So there I am. And at the time, he's like $140. He's like super skinny. And I was not. But I've got my arms wrapped around him double. And we're going up this hill. And he hits a rock and we almost flipped. We do not. If we had flipped at the time, I still had my toe then. So, I mean, I didn't have the fear that I have now. Now you won't catch me on anything like that. No four-wheelers, no lawnmowers, nothing. I will not ride them. But anyway, I still had my toe, so I wasn't afraid. And he hits this rock and he almost flips us backwards. And I was still just completely clueless. I just thought that's the way it was. And then when we got to the top, he says, "Oh, that was a close one." I'm like, "It was?" I was clueless. What? So, but I guess I trusted him. I put my life in his hands.
Yeah, because you didn't know.
Now
you know. Now you have some experience with flipping things, and now it's not quite so easy to trust other people. I find it impossible. Barkley is a pilot, and I won't ride in her plane anymore. There's several reasons. One is I'm not comfortable. I don't like it. I don't like being in the back. I can't see shit. And then, like, the real reason is the first time we flew, she goes, they got those little headsets and mics and stuff, and you can hear each other. And if you push the button a certain way, it broadcasts over the airwaves so the other people in the planes can hear you. Or there's a private communication. So on the private channel, she's like, "Hey, you know what my sister hates?" And I'm like, "What?" So she fucking, like, rears back on the stick and then jams the stick forward and just throws me into the canopy. I had my seatbelt on, but it was so small back there. I still banged my head off the fucking roof. And I was like, you ever do that again, I'll choke you from back here in the back seat and we'll both hit the fucking ground. So, yeah. That, and it's so small. When she pulls the stick back to take off, it hits me in the nuts. I have to put my hand there to protect myself because it's so teeny tiny.
Well,
Teeny
I
tiny.
remember a story you told me about it, too.
Which one?
When she was trying to land once.
There were several of those, but yeah, it's probably the one where she was like, oh my God. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? We're going to die. This stupid
She
little
couldn't,
place.
no, she could, there's something about she couldn't get the nose down.
Oh, no. That was after we landed. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other reason. I'm too fat for the plane. Yeah. We were coming back
I
up.
got a good chuckle out of that one.
We were coming back up the taxiway after. That was after we landed.
Oh,
And,
okay. Well, maybe
and she's got I think they're called trikes. They're 3-wheel planes. There's a 1 wheel in the front and 1 under each wing. So I'm sitting behind the wing in my seat. So the center of gravity is towards the back. And when we're coming up the last hill, I mean, the propeller's pulling you. So there's no drive wheels or nothing. You know, the wheels only work as brakes. But everything still has to be balanced. So we hit the last little hill going up into where their hangar is. And the front end comes off the ground. And we're looking almost straight up in the air. It just wouldn't come down. We finally got up to the top and got up on the concrete. And it did slowly, just really And I was like, that's it. That was my last ride. I've been flying with them since, but I fly with her dad. I don't fly with her. It's too small. She's fucking like 4'8" or something. So her plane is like tiny as fuck. It's little. Like a normal people can fit in it, but I just can't.
you know that little woman she's gonna beat the brakes off you
Probably.
for saying that she's 4'8".
Well, she's texting me, so I know she ain't listening. So I'm safe right now. She swears she's 5'2", but there's no way. No way. It's impossible. I tease her, I think that she's 4'11", but I think she's 5 foot. Maybe 5'1.25". I'll give her that, but that's it. No more. Or her first plane they had to get rid of it because she couldn't reach the pedals. No matter how far they slid the seat up, she couldn't reach the pedals to run it side to side, whatever rear rudder thing or whatever it is. So they ordered special pedals and they were almost as expensive as a fucking plane. So
My ex mother-in-law was super short like that. She had to sit on a pillow to drive.
yeah, she drives a little tiny
herself
Subaru,
way
so
up.
she can see out of that thing. But I don't like riding it. It's like riding on a fucking roller skate, man. I can feel the road underneath me when we're going down the road. I can feel it passing by. It's like you're so close to the fucking ground in that car. It's terrible. Terrible.
Well, I'll tell you, when I first got my driver's permit, it was like the day I got my driver's permit.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents had a Ford Taurus, and something was wrong with it at the time, and it was in the shop.
Yeah,
and
it was a Ford Taurus.
They had a rental.
It was a Ford Taurus.
What?
That's what was wrong with it. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, eventually the transmission went out, but that's a different story. So anyway, something was wrong with it. It was in the shop, and they had a rental. And I thought, well, it's just a rental car. Let's just let the brand new driver drive it. And I'm like, well, okay. Well, this rental was a Geo Metro. And that's what my dad told me. He said, it's like driving, or it's like a roller skate. It's like driving a roller skate. And no, it didn't matter though, when you were a first time driver, the very first time you ever climbed behind the wheel, it felt like it was a semi truck. It was enormous. It just felt huge. But I remember driving that thing, and I thought I was Mario Andretti. And I was weaving in and out of traffic, and my dad was scary, terrified.
Was it a stick?
No, it was an automatic. I didn't learn to drive a stick until I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
When on my Prelude, Honda Prelude. It was like learn to drive it or don't drive.
Yep.
So
I taught Alex when he was like 10. I had an old Jeep. Took him out in the field. Let's figure it out. That's what we did. We figured it out. He actually did pretty good after a couple of minutes. Kids, man, they pick up shit fast, especially when it's something they want to do. You know, if they're not interested in it, they're like, at least boys. I haven't raised any girls, so I don't know about that. But raising boys was like they just have to be interested in whatever you're talking about.
I didn't think Trent was ever going to get his driver's license. He just didn't have any. He didn't have any desire whatsoever. That he got them the day of his senior prom so that he could drive to prom.
Yeah,
that's the only
unusual.
reason that
I mean, but you know, today it's not unusual. They're talking about that. That's part of the issues with children today. Is they're too pampered and they don't want to leave the house. They don't want that freedom that we craved. Like when we were growing up, I would have shacked up with 12 different people to have my own place. And a lot of people did.
Makes no sense.
What do you mean?
To shack up with different people to have your own place. I mean, it's obviously still not your own place.
Yeah, but it's not your parents.
Not your parents' place.
You wanted to get away from your parents so bad back then that you were willing to do just about anything to do it. That was my point. Kids today don't want to leave the house.
At the same time, you know, as adults, I don't say that we complain, but you know, we discuss about how our parents they didn't parent us.
Well,
they just kind of threw us out to the wild and said, "Here you go, have at it. Don't come back until the sun goes down."
That's a form of parenting.
But yet we couldn't wait to get away from them.
Right. Because we crave freedom. You crave independence. You still had rules. You still had to come back in when the lights came on. There were still rules.
Yeah, and the rules were enforced.
Yeah. My point is, I think we're a little too easy on our kids now. I think we're too easy on them.
My kids would disagree.
Yeah. How would they? Well, see, you know, but put them a generation ago and then have them come back. Put them back a couple of generations and then come back and compare the two styles of parenting, and I bet they would agree that you were pretty easy on them. And maybe. I'm not saying you in particular. Maybe you were more of the old school disciplinarian. I don't know. You're not my mom. My mom, she was vicious sometimes. She took zero shit, zero lip, zero looks. There was no warning. You fucked up, you were getting it right now.
I mean, they've called me the White Medea.
I'd have never seen a single one of those movies.
Oh, well, she's I like her. I like her style.
But I'm saying this isn't across the board. Just like not 100% of Gen X men are lazy and don't want to work. There are exceptions to every rule. I'm just saying, in general, I think our generation, yours and mine, were a little too easy on their kids.
Well, I mean, that's how we got the millennial generation.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody can. Well, they're getting better now, but as teenagers, they were awful.
Yeah. Well, now the Gen Z is worse than they were, so they're reaping what they sow. Eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we all do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cycle.
It is a cycle. And the cycle is very simple. Easy times make weak men. Weak men make hard times. Hard times make strong men. That's the way it goes.
It does.
It's a circle. And
You've just completely simplified that.
That's super simplified, but yeah. Hopefully we don't have to learn before we die. I just want to be dead before the hard times come again. Puddin said her kid was a midget car racer. There's no way your kid had to have been 5 to get in a midget car. He's like 17 feet tall. I'm assuming he was tall as a child, too. Puddin's kid. You ever seen a picture of her son?
I have.
He's tall
I'm trying
as
to catch
fuck.
up on chat because my chat is like super slow. It doesn't
I just have to,
automatically
look over and see that. And there's a picture.
Look how cute.
I want to race
That would
one.
be fun.
I want to race
You're too
one.
fat, fucker.
I know. That's why I got to drive a fucking golf cart so I can have the whole front seat to myself.
Well, that's a bigger version of a golf cart, or a smaller version rather.
Yeah, it's probably a lot faster. I think it's probably faster than my fast golf cart. I got to figure that thing out. We finally got the blinkers to work last night after band practice. We were walking out. Duck was over here. He's the guy that does all my electric work. And I didn't mention it to him because I wanted him to work on it. He was like, they brought the golf cart up, and I was like, yeah, it's almost done. I said, can't get the blinkers to blink after they blink. I said, then we can put it all back together. So he fucked around with it for about an hour and got everything to work. Smart people do smart things. Two things I don't do, and that's electric and plumbing. Can't do it. I fuck them both up.
So what is it that you do?
Oh, I can do other stuff. I put that motor in by myself. Hooked it all up.
No. Well, okay. Because you told me that you needed help with that.
Physical help. And actually, I didn't. I ended up getting it in there.
Look how cute.
I know, right?
My Peyton's on a 4-wheeler now.
These things scare me.
Me too.
But
I don't want my fears.
I know.
I know. I don't want my fears to control her life. I want her to have fun, and I want her to, I can't be around. I can't be around it when she does that. And Lexi will send me videos and things of this child just on this 4-wheeler, and she's just 4, and she's flying. I know she's probably not going that fast, but to me, she's flying.
You don't have to be
and I'm
going
just like,
fast.
that is just. And she sent me a video the other day of her on the motorcycle with her dad. I'm like, there is no way to secure her on that.
I agree.
And I mean, she's sitting up in front, and they're only in the driveway. They're not going far. They're not going fast. And it's just
Not
like,
yet.
if she would fall off though, she's so pretty. Don't skin her nose. Don't do that.
I'm with you. I regret teaching my son to ride a motorcycle. I regret it. I wish I didn't. It was, that's what we did when we were kids. I started riding when I was like 7 years old, maybe even younger.
Lexi was kind of, I won't call her a tomboy, but she did boy things, like we lived in the hills and the hollers in the hills, she did things that were more rugged and outdoorsy, and she had a dirt bike. And she rode it with the boys.
Mm-hmm. Barkley did too. We still have hers. Little Honda.
I don't remember what Lexi's was. Yamaha, maybe? Kawasaki? I don't know. Don't remember.
What color was it?
It wasn't a Honda. I know it wasn't a Honda. A little 110.
What color was it?
Blue.
Blue?
And white.
Yamaha.
Mm-hmm.
Yamadog.
Yep. Yeah, but she rode with the boys, and Trent didn't have any desire. Trent wanted to be in the house on his video games.
No, I don't blame either of them. I like both. I liked video games about motorcycles. Excite Bike when I was a kid, that was cool. It was like a video game, but then the Nintendo version looked just like the video game. Except you could build your own tracks, which I thought was the coolest thing ever.
Well, we've already discussed how you enjoy building the little race tracks, the actual physical little tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
so that's
AFX
just your
cars.
thing.
Yeah. It was my thing.
And
Racing
still your
stuff. I was
thing.
terrible at it. I wasn't good at it. but I loved it. Just like music. I'm terrible at it. I'm not a good guitar player. I'm not a good singer, but I fucking love it. And I'll never stop doing it just because I have a passion for it. It's my thing.
That's what it takes. You have to have a passion.
It's my jam.
You have to have a passion for anything that you do. I wish Trent was here. Not really. Don't really wish he was here, but I wish he was here to give me what I'm getting ready to say, because there is a basketball player, very good basketball player, not from the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just really good at basketball, except that he doesn't like basketball. It's just like his job. Really what he wants to be, he wants to be farming.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember his name. That's why I said if Trent was here, he could tell you who it is.
After he won the NBA title, he said, I just want to go home and farm.
Yeah.
This isn't what I do for fun. This isn't my passion. This is what I do for money. That's what he said.
He's just really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. I feel sorry for him.
I don't.
I mean, I shouldn't feel sorry for him, but I do.
He makes hundreds of millions of dollars, and he gets to have his farm during the off season, and he'll retire at a very young age, and he'll be happy the rest of his life.
I can't help it. I feel sorry.
We go to work.
Not
everybody gets to go to work in a job they enjoy. He gets to go to work at a job that he can go home and enjoy it later.
I feel sorry for him.
I don't.
I feel sorry. You don't.
Well, I mean, everybody has to work.
You made it clear.
Everybody has to work.
I feel sorry for him to just to have to pour your life into something that you don't enjoy. You want to do something where your passion is. I mean, and I'm all about that. I'm all about pouring your time into something that you have a passion for. I'm still trying to find my passion.
But let's say that there was a path to get there, and the path was kind of shitty, you would walk that path to get to your passion, right? That's what he's doing. He's walking his path to be able to get to his passion.
I think I would have to know what my passion is before I knew.
Yes, of course. Well, he does. He knows his passion is farming. He can buy a giant farm in Russia now with all that NBA money and retire happy. And he will. And he probably already has bought a farm, and he's probably getting it ready. And when he's old and 36 years old, he can retire and go farm.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't feel sorry for him.
I don't have anything that I'm even good at that could supply me.
Well, that's the ticket, man. You have to be good at what you're passionate about to make a living at it. And B, it has to be something lucrative, right? Where you can make a living.
Right.
You know, you do have passions. You have passions like your crafting and all that stuff where you make shit out of old fucking house doors and headboards and whatnot. It's just not enough to retire on.
It's fleeting. It's fleeting passion. I mean, it comes and goes.
Yeah. It's not really your jam.
No. I mean, I enjoy it for a few months, and then I shelve it and do something else. I don't have anything that I'm ready that I feel passionate about that I want to pour all of my time into.
I like the radio. I like doing this.
I know you do.
I pour a lot of time into it too.
I know.
Not as much as some other people, but I don't have a lot of time.
You pour far more into it than I do. I do this.
What's this?
This show.
I thought you were gonna make a face like I do this.
Oh.
This is what I do.
I do this.
Yeah. Well, this is fun though. Why don't you make this your passion?
This.
Pour your time into it.
I enjoy doing this, but I mean,
You're 3 hours a week.
I would say, I wish we could just be on the air 24/7.
I do.
I know, but I don't feel that. I'm like, my God, I've had enough of that fucker. Give me an hour and I'm done.
Do you remember when we first started? We would have pop-up shows all the time.
We had what?
Pop-up shows, yeah. We would just do them just to do them.
Yeah.
Well, be 4 or 5 of us just hanging out.
I enjoy chat more than I enjoy being on the air.
Yeah. Well, that was the big part of the pop-up show. The pop-up show was main. I didn't even really talk on them that much. I would talk for a little bit, but mostly it was just playing music that we wanted to hear and chatting in the chat room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right.
I enjoy the chat. I love it when chat's hopping and I can be a smart ass and it's fun. It's fun. I like chat.
You're right about this show. An hour's enough. You know,
Yeah,
maybe an hour and a half, but
I've had enough of you.
Just saying, it's enough. We don't want to, drag it out to where people are like, I want to do something else now. The secret is to stopping just short of what people want. That way, like, ooh, I want more. I don't know if that actually ever
I don't think
happens
that'll
with
ever
us,
happen
but
here.
still, that's the recipe that I'm trying to go for.
Good morning, Bonley Johnson. See you later, Bonley Johnson.
Bye.
Man, I wish we could have heard him talk
Goodbye.
about something.
That almost happened today. We almost didn't have our opening song. So it didn't open. It was just sort of the beginning. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
We're messing with shit.
Well, I don't have an app. I just use the internet. So, we're at the mercy of the net.
We are.
And I never shut my computer down. I don't know why I don't do it, but I should. I just put it into sleep mode.
I don't shut mine down either. I don't shut it down. I do put it to sleep.
Yeah, I put it in sleep mode too.
I put it in a chokehold.
Good night, bitch. Sweet dreams,
night.
Oh, God. Terrible. All right. Let's cut it off. Cut the head off the snake.
Okay.
Cut the wiener off the man. Turn it into nothing. WBAM, we do appreciate your patience. We do appreciate you listening. This is me, Bonley Johnson.
And me, Gen X.
This was Morning Bull. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
Mucho love.